together, you perfectly demonstrate my lesson on compromise and friendship.
Why exactly did Twilight choose these two in particular? The two lights were downright sneaky about their intentions. Shouldn't Twilight want them to know what they're getting into so they're prepared to educate the students? This is the most artificially contrived premise of the entire show. Why walk upstairs when you can float up them?
Even though Rainbow Dash and Rarity enjoy doing different things, there are plenty of reasons why they're friends. Like what?
Twilight presents this question without even having an answer in mind. Of course Rarity and Dash are going to struggle when put on the spot like this. Continuing the Season 8 trend, this whole episode is a showcase of Twilight being utterly friendship inept by trying to reduce friendship down to a BuzzFeed compatibility quiz. Their answers are lacking at first because they were put on the spot, but then they start to reminisce on good times spent together, and this would work great if only the background music was a little less quirky and had more letter to Celestia whimsy. Instead, the background music is off-putting, and the students reject their answers for no reason other than because episodes got an episode. Dash's nostrils disappear.
You have to catch the ball!
Really? Well, that sounds dangerous.
Dangerous in what way, Rarity? The unicorn is the only one who doesn't even need to be near the ball to play.
See? They did something Rainbow Dash likes, so now it's time for something Rarity likes. Compromise.
No, Twilight. Half-heartedly sabotaging something a friend wants to do, then flipping the hardship to do something the other doesn't want in pursuit of fake fairness is a terrible form of compromise, and also a terrible form of friendship. What exactly is this school meant to teach again? Rarity's pattern of booping Rainbow Dash is still more canon than Apple Dash.
Ew! It's on my hooves!
Rainbow Dash having sensitive hooves is the most in-character moment of the entire episode. And it probably wasn't even intentional.
I don't like ponies touching my hooves.
Resetting wheel animation.
See every creature?
Every creature. Rarity's hard hat is a vampire. This scene requires two things to work. That Rainbow Dash would act like a clumsy child who's overly excited to explore a cave, which is fine, by the way. That's great. But also that this skilled Wonderbolt would forget how to fly while falling to the ground.
Surely you don't mean that. You're just having a little disagreement. Sometimes that happens between pals.
The Princess of Friendship doesn't even try to salvage this strained friendship. She's just trying to save face in front of her students.
I guess we're just not friends anymore!
Where did that come from? They both simultaneously come to this conclusion out of nowhere because episodes got an episode. Also, of all the things to cause a map summoning, this episode's monumental premise of breaking up the main six doesn't? The map's lack of a reaction makes this a canonical filler episode.
Rainbow Dash called my Cloudsdale Couture boutique idea impractical! Just because I needed Twilight to perform the butterfly wing spell on me whenever I wanted to deliver merchandise.
Wow. Pitching a much better idea for an episode in the middle of one of the worst of the show is a real power move, Rarity. Poor little Cartmare has been trapped up here with no way down for at least 7 episodes.
It'll be a good friends book club. I'll bring snacks.
And by I'll bring snacks, Starlight actually meant she would split a check at a restaurant. If only Glim Glam brought some tea cakes, then none of this would have happened.
Is your friendship ending? We'd never let a disagreement get in the way of food!
Starlight teleports away for 20 seconds. How did Twilight and/or Starlight come up with and/or convey the following plan in such a short amount of time? Also, Starlight teleports to and from the school in those 20 seconds, but makes every pony walk there a moment later for some reason. This closet full of artifacts is open. Then Rarity opens it again.
Any luck?
No, it's gone!
Between Twilight's amazing acting skills and the fact they're the only two friends called to help immediately after a friendship problem between the two, Dash and Rarity should have seen through this from the start. The fake adventure they get sent on requires more deductive reasoning than seeing through this, and that's a very low bar to clear.
What's gone?
The Amulet of Aurora.
One of the magical items you've been keeping for Princess Celestia?
You mean that ancient artifact, which leaks glitter and can control tides, and summon tsunamis, and was a gift from Celestia, and you keep in a closet with artifacts stolen from other cultures? It's gone? Could you please reiterate, just in case someone at home was busy scrolling on their phone?
If it falls into the wrong hooves, Equestria will be in grave danger!
As far as this random background pony is concerned, some major disaster is taking place. And by the end of all this, the gossip relating to what she overheard should overshadow the actual events of the episode. Rainbow Dash knocks this over in the name of random violence.
Where are you going?
But what do you mean, where are you going, Rarity? You're following a blue version of the Stanley Parable Adventure line.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
As soon as we find this
amulet, we are done with each other.
Why wait until the amulet is found? They're only working together at this point because the episode expects it of them. Rarity should have immediately recognized these claw prints as spiky wikies. The clues lead to someone with claws, resistance to fire, and the ability to fly. Unless you stopped watching before season 8, that should be an easy one.
I simply can't think.
In order to present a mystery which the audience could follow along with at home, the episode had to make Rarity dumber than the average audience member. This is our fault, bronies. What's the point of testing the depth if the object used to measure is only 2 ear lengths anyway? Can they not swim? What did building the boat accomplish that flying could not?
I can't think. Ooh, clever.
Fun fact, when a character has to tell you something is clever, it is not. What a strangely contrived obstacle, which suddenly stops being a threat later anyway.
Did you happen to see any creature with a sparkly thingy go this way?
Any creature. As if the swamp dweller who calls ponies hoof-hoofs is going to know or care about your new inclusive lingo, Dash.
Which way did the sparkly thing go?
Rarity doesn't channel her inner Shadow Spade to ask this witness who they saw with the artifact, because if he answers Purple Dragon, the whole episode falls apart. Thanks for holding this episode together by merely pretending to be stupid, Rarity. Where's the sparkly thing? Probably where the obvious sparkles are. Can we just agree this boot is the dumbest thing in the episode and move on? For example, this rod had to be inside her hoof while she was wearing it. Also, what kind of pointless lock needs a rod as a key? How is this boot more useful than a unicorn's magic? Okay, moving on. Rarity withholds the secret lockpick inside her shoes because if she had told Dash how awesome they were earlier, it would have repaired their friendship long before the episode was underway. And yes, that sounds like a really dumb way to resolve an argument and repair said friendship, but it's what the episode's doing here anyway. Dash is surprised that the door with the school's crest leads to the school. These sparkles predict the path of the amulet. If Twilight chose not to toss it in a chest, she would destroy the fabric of space-time. Twilight shows utter disrespect for these ancient, likely fragile artifacts by carelessly chucking it into the chest. Not only is it well established by this point that Twilight is a fraud and she's teaching the opposite of friendship, but she also chooses to continue spending the day doing this even when it's apparent that it's not working. Twilight is a hoof of science. She should be able to recognize the fact these two have a day of fun regularly and haven't stopped being friends in all those years until today. Can you spot the confounding variable in today's data, Twilight?
Ew! It's on my hooves!
Twilight wants to use you as an example for the students.
Ooh! Your example is here! Oh! You're flying past important clues! Look, it's a print, but definitely not a hoof. Are those claw marks? Who cares?